stories and opinions shared on the Lost Art Project, veterans' voices are told in each guest's own words. They reflect their personal experiences, memories, and perspectives. While every effort is made to present these stories respectfully and authentically, the Lost Art Project does not verify the accuracy or completeness of any statements made by guests. The views expressed do not necessarily represent those of the host, producers, or affiliates of this podcast.
San Diego, California, USMC. Served 4 years and I did my time. M16 and 249 down.
Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the Lost Art Project, Veterans Voices. I am here, and we got some of the crew, and we are going to have us a good little fireside chat. But before we get into the episode, are you enjoying the podcast? And make sure you go to the website. That's thelostart.podbean.com. Go check us out, see what we're all about. There is a couple of ways that you can help support us here at the podcast. You can go in and click that one-time donation. You can go in and become a patron with a monthly donation. You can go in and get you some cool merchandise. Heck, you could actually go in and I'm trying to get back to where I was at on this. You could actually go in and advertise right here on the podcast. I got my two buddies here with me already. But big shout out to the Till Valhalla Project. They're out there doing amazing things. If you don't know anything about them, you need to go check them out. You can find them at tillvalhallaproject.com.
Are you a Marine veteran? Are you missing that bond you had on active duty? Then I have a place for you. Join the only congressionally chartered Marine Corps Veteran Service Organization, the Marine Corps League. Get that brother and sisterhood back in your life. Become one of the fewer, the prouder, a Marine Corps League member.
All right, here we are, man. I already got some of the crew. I got Aaron and Mike here. And we already have some questions on the Ticker Talker. So we're off to a great start here. But how are you guys doing? Aaron, what about you?
Outstanding. Yeah, just continuing to work on my back patio back there, and hopefully by spring we'll have everything ready to go and just enjoying the backyard.
Very nice. Yeah, and it's starting to cool off there. It's got down to 90.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
yeah. Pretty good.
For what it's worth. For what it's worth.
All right, Mike, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I can't complain. Man, I'm not living in that 90-degree weather there in Florida, but I'm good.
Nice.
Especially, it's surprising here in Southwest Georgia. It's been like today. It was 80 degrees at the most, and it's absolutely beautiful. So, hunting season has started. I hope I can get into that here in Georgia, but we'll see. But, other than that, I'm doing good, man. I can't complain.
Very good. Very good. Well, hey, before we jump in too far, I have somebody on the TikTokers here says, he said he had a question. He's needing some advice on a pressing matter. And he says, if I know where an AWOL Marine is going to be, what should I do? Who do I call? I haven't had this problem before. He went AWOL from Cherry Point, and he had run into him by accident. So, so an AWOL Marine, I would say, depending if it's going to be somewhere around the base, you could probably contact PMO, and then they could reach out to the authorities out in town. But if not, then, contact like the sheriff or local city police or something like that is what I would say. What do you guys think?
Yeah. Currently AWOL? Or
currently
somebody AWOL. Okay.
Yeah, okay. I think so.
Yeah, that my experience with that similar incident, they found out where the guy was and contacted local law enforcement, and they detained him, and then Marine Corps chasers went and picked him up. So I mean, if he knows the unit, I'm sure he could find a way to reach out to the unit. This is a civilian talking about, like former Marine.
No,
That,
no. He's a lieutenant.
oh, he's a lieutenant. Yeah. Well, especially if he's with the unit, he could. They could, as a command, they can contact local law enforcement. They can
Yeah,
detain him.
absolutely. All right. Hopefully that answered your question. All right, that's all we got for you on that one. So there we are. Let's see what else has been going on, man. I've been doing these lives. He's down at Camp Lejeune. That's at least 4.5 hour drive. I just know who he is. Oh, okay. Well, if you know where he's going to be, I would call the local authorities wherever he's going to be. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
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 So,
the sooner he can come back, the sooner the better.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
And I would say, because we're, again, kid may be AWOL, and being marked UA and all that, probably not a deserter yet. But if he's going through issues, you definitely want to get law enforcement involved. That way, just in case he's going through some mental issues or whatever,
Absolutely.
then they can handle it at the proper level.
Well, there's not just the mental aspect of it. There's all kinds of different things that could be going on in somebody's life to make them go AWOL. I mean, usually they don't just do it for shits and giggles.
Right.
So that's something that especially once you got him picked up or what have you, and you can talk to him, you want to find that out. Like, hey, what's going on? Like, why? What were the reasons?
Yeah, we had a kid in 29 Palms when I was there before you, Andrew. He was, just he wasn't a bad Marine, but it was just there was always something.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden we got a long weekend and he just disappeared. And when he finally called, we found out he was actually married.
Y'all didn't know that before?
No.
Nice.
No, he was actually married, and they had a child, and he just took off and didn't bother to say anything.
Wow.
And it's like, damn, dude, why didn't you just say something, man? And I guess
we're going to cover for a guy to help him out, or help him get what he needs.
Yeah. Well, that was that's one of those things. It's just it's like, come on, man. But you got to stop and look at that. That was in 94, 95.
Yeah.
So there's, it's terrible to say this, but has that fear gone away? To actually be honest, and that was the big thing. It's like, why didn't you just say something? Why didn't you say something? And he goes, because if I did, I didn't know what was going to come out of it, and it's like, damn, dude, we could have helped you out.
Yeah. I can see that back then, Mike. And then, for the listeners, again, there's still toxic leadership out there, right? We understand that. But I would say the Marine Corps has gotten a heck of a lot better about taking care of Marines in situations like Mike just presented. Maybe this kid does have something going on back home and wasn't allowed to take leave or whatever the case may be. There's processes for that. If your direct leadership is not listening to what you're asking for and this, that, and the other, hey, let me talk to the next guy in charge. And so on up to request mass all the way up. Somebody in that chain of command is going to take care of you.
Yeah, that was the big thing. We always said that we were like, man, why didn't you just say something? I mean, he's like, well, I didn't think I could, and I understand that completely. I get it, but it's like, God damn, dude, you had a wife who was giving birth.
Jeez.
I mean, and I was just a corporal, brand new sergeant at that point.
Yeah.
Was the leadership that bad? And that's what I'm saying now. And I'm thinking, I was like, God damn, was the leadership that bad that you couldn't be honest?
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes a young guy gets it stuck in his head. Like, you know how it is. If you get stuck in your own head, even with depression and things like that, if you get stuck in your own head, you don't want to let somebody know. It's embarrassing. It's, all these other things. And then, a kid in this situation could be the same way. He's embarrassed about the situation, or he doesn't, my personal life is my personal life and I have to take care of it type of deal. And, of course, in the Marine Corps, we don't necessarily do that. We try to help them as best we can, because you want to know about your Marines, right? But
but you don't know what you don't know.
True. Yeah.
And that's that's the sad aspect of it. That I've thought about that over the years, even with him. His case. It's like, man, okay. If you would have just said something, you would have just, I don't think they were married. I think they were boyfriend, girlfriend. Then she, had a baby, and then they got married. I think that was the point of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I see a comment on Facebook from Chris Wine.
Yeah.
It says some won't say anything because they don't want to bring attention to their personal lives.
Yeah.
I get it, and and that's kind of the day and age we're in, is people don't want to say anything and bring attention to personal lives. But I don't know. My mindset on this is probably different than some people's. It's probably same as some people's. It's
Mm-hmm.
if you trust and have confidence in your leadership. Again, it goes back to the toxic leadership type deal. If you
Yeah.
don't trust and have confidence in your leadership, you don't want it. You don't want them to know about your personal lives. However, your personal life affects your professional life, and vice versa.
Right.
Um, so that's kind of just my thought on that. I was going to say, and again, all we got was, hey, what do we do in this situation with this kid? This kid could have just said, hey, I don't want to be in the Marine Corps no more, and went UA. Well,
Yeah.
I hope he left all of his personal belongings back here, or not
Yeah.
personal, but
Yeah.
his military belongings, so that way when they inventory it, everything's there and accounted for, and he ain't got to pay
Yeah.
for it later.
Because that's a huge pain in the butt to have to
Yeah,
go through everybody's stuff.
yeah,
Chris says, I think it starts from day one of building rapport with your Marines.
yep,
I agree with
yep.
that. And then the lieutenant here says, if he gets him in his custody, should he take him to the MPs at Lejeune, or just wait for locals to get him? And I would say take him to the MPs. Like if you get him in your custody, like you have him in your car or something, I would take him to the MPs. And then if he's giving you a hard time and acting crazy, then I would just call the cops at that point and let them handle it. But if
Yeah,
you can take
a
care of
lot.
it, take him in, that's better.
So, I kind of had a similar. I wouldn't say detained, because back in the day, it was thought or explained to us that NCOs could detain Marines in this situation, right?
Yeah.
It just call PMO.
Yeah, that's the
I
easiest thing to do. Yeah.
Because you can get in trouble for wrongfully detaining someone.
Mm-hmm.
Having not read them, having not read them the rights, or the CO hasn't authorized it.
Yeah.
Dangerous situation. So
It's
I'll
one
leave it at
thing
that.
you can talk to them and say, hey, look, let's take you in, you're going to be
Yeah,
all right,
yeah,
and do the leader thing, but if he refuses, he says, no, I'm good, I don't want to do it. And I say, okay, well, you're on your own, pal, and then call the cops, let them
yep,
take care of it.
yep, yeah.
Oops. Oh, that was the same comment. Okay.
Yeah, well, back
Yeah.
to Chris's comment. Yeah, absolutely. Building rapport with your Marines. Again, you to me, trust and confidence is earned, not. What was the old
Mm,
saying? Demand respect or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't remember the
Yeah.
exact
You earned
saying.
respect. You didn't.
Yeah,
You
right,
can
yeah,
demand
you
it,
can't
but all
you
day
can't
long. But
demand respect, you have to earn respect.
right.
yeah.
Yeah,
But that's 100% true. I mean, and that goes for freaking everything, man. No matter where you are in life, if you want respect, you got to earn it. And that's the tough part.
I actually had back when I was a sergeant and going through sergeant's course. I actually had a gunny. Basically, he would, we're sitting in class. I won't name names here. He is another podcaster, but
Mm.
we were sitting in class, and a bunch of sergeants, being rowdy and loud, and he walks in. He's just standing at the podium, just looking around, and then finally, all the sergeants like, "Hey, shut the fuck up!" And he said, "Hey, I'm not going to raise my voice at a bunch of sergeants. If I got to yell at a bunch of sergeants, I've already messed up." He said, "But if I run around yelling at you all the time, do you think you're going to listen to me anyway?" No.
Yeah, that's true, man. That's a good point. Now I'm curious. I want to know who it is. So you're going to have to hit me.
I'll drop his name on here, JC Knight. He does the Bo and JC show. Yeah, Gunner Knight, retired as a Marine gunner. Yeah.
Let's see. He says he's going to call ahead to the MPs, have them apprehend him while I'm with him so I can give info. Going to ask him to a bar and give him his number.
Huh? Hey.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Also, I mean, this person is already with another person.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Man, it just, it's you don't ever know what's going on. So
yeah,
it's like, hey, best thing you can do is just show up.
There's a lot to be said to just be there for someone. Whether it's they went and did something stupid or whether they were just having personal issues or
absolutely
whatever the case may be. But there's something to be said for just caring enough to sit down and say, "Hey, what's going on? Are you okay?"
Well, I mean, this person is what, a lieutenant?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when I say this, it may come across wrong, but it's different, I think, for enlisted to commissioned.
True. Yeah. Commission officer definitely has more authority than the enlisted.
Yeah.
Does.
Right.
Yeah. And that's what I was getting at with this guy, what I was talking about in 29 Poems. That it's like, man, why didn't you just say something, man? Just come on. It's I was a nobody at the time by rank, but I promised you I would have done everything I could. And I hope I was like that with you, Andrew.
Yeah.
Even at 1st Marine Division, it was like, God damn, dude, I'm a nobody, but I will stand here and defend you, and I will protect you. And that was one of my biggest things. Is I wasn't. Don't claim to be that I was, 300 PFT and I was the poster Marine, but I always defended those that had potential, that you did everything you asked them to do. And it's like, come on now. It's just be honest with me. Just talk to me.
Yeah.
I promise you I'll do everything I can.
What you getting now, Andrew?
I'm not seeing anything.
Well, this is on TikTok. Sorry. Says this person, U.S. Marine Sean Bravo, came on and said, how you doing? And we are doing fantastic. You're here with us, so we're doing great, man. Yeah. And then the lieutenant was saying he's concerned about him. It doesn't necessarily affect him and his command, but he's just worried about him. He knows the guy. So
I think we had a Bravo in one of my classes. I want to say his name was Bravo. I don't remember.
In one of your, when you were teaching
at the schoolhouse, yeah.
Bravo, were you a MAGTF planner? Or are you a MAGTF planner? I don't know. I'll wait for his answer to see if he is going to come back on.
All right. I don't remember the kid's first name, but I'm pretty sure we had a Bravo.
It's a pretty cool last name, Bravo.
Yeah.
I think so. I wouldn't mind having a name like Bravo.
Went to boot camp in Bravo Company. It'd been Bravo.
You said he actually did?
No.
Oh,
I'm
I was
just
like,
saying
that would have been awesome.
Yeah.
Private Bravo from Bravo Company. Oh shoot, that's great.
It's like some of them memes you see. It's like Marines talking to other Marines. Hoorah, 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 hoorah,
It's having the whole conversation with
yeah. That's fun.
Yeah.
And if you're one of those, what was it? Yes.
Yes. You ain't
Yeah.
tracks. You ain't shit.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Those
Yes.
guys, man, they lived that, man.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
That's what they did, man.
Mhm.
Yeah. Full of
I do have
Montezuma.
What
I
was
don't
it?
mean to change the subject, but being a born and raised in Pennsylvania.
You got to throw in the
You
kills.
got to throw in some kills. Like, right, kill. Right.
I love giving the Marine
Yeah.
French to the unit a hard
Hey,
time.
Ruff.
Aye, sir, kind of vibe. Okay. Likes to give Marines fresh to the unit a hard time. Say aye, sir, kind of vibe. Okay. You like give them a hard time when they first get to the unit. I like it. When you first get to a unit, you need to be given a hard time a little bit, I think, right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
absolutely. All in good jest, right? You're not actually, obviously
As long as
beating
you're
the
not
crap
hazing
out
them.
of them. Right.
Yeah, you can't haze them.
Which, obviously the actual definition of hazing and some of ours are a little bit skewed, but I can remember checking into 8th and I, and that's all it was. We had senior, aye, senior Lance Corporal. Aye, senior Lance Corporal.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was back in the day when they were like putting shoe polish on your junk and stuff like that.
Hey, nope, I missed that.
What happens at 8th and I stays at 8th and I.
Yeah, I remember being 29 Palms when that was all over freaking
That was before my time.
LA news and everything else. You're putting shoe shine on people's junk. Yeah, that was.
Right on.
Yeah, that was definitely before my time.
He says it was leather luster.
Yeah, leather luster.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes it better.
Or MNU. Remember MNU?
Yeah.
Oh, MNU, yeah.
Do they even make it
cover
anymore?
up the brass, man. Yeah. I like the old school edge dressing in the glass bottles. You know, the kind that if you spilled, you couldn't clean up.
Had the dauber on it.
Yeah, man, that was awesome, man.
Hey,
so
quick story.
Andrew's saying that he used to.
Krista's on.
he used to actually do people with that. He put the edge dressing on them.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah,
where's Krista? Why isn't Krista on here?
I don't know. She came on one of my lives this week. I think it was this week. I saw her on there, and I thought that was pretty cool. I hadn't seen her in a while, but I've at least I got to hear or see her comment.
Absolutely, yeah.
Hey, quick story about the edge dressing. We had a kid. You know how it gets around the lid and it sealed the lid up.
Oh yeah.
He went to open it with his mouth.
Oh,
and the bottle broke, and he had just edge dressing all over his mouth. Luckily, he didn't cut his mouth, but.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that was, and it's not coming off. That's not a quick thing to come off. I mean,
it took a minute.
Wow.
Yeah, that goes back to the days when we used to actually iron Tammys. You sit there and iron.
Yeah.
And one of the barracks rooms I was in, we didn't have, a whole bunch of stuff, but it was a refrigerator, so we had the damn iron sitting up on top of the refrigerator with the ironing board. He went to grab it, and it came down.
And it was hot. It was on.
Yep. Yeah, it was hot. It was on. It just, that's back in the old days when, it was like right on the side of his face, man. He had a sear. You can see all the
little dots from the
Yep. Yeah. It's like, that.
We used
back
to-
in the old days.
We used to stay flow. Use stay flow in your turn. What we do is turn them inside out, soak them down with stay flow, hang them in the shower.
Yeah.
Let them.
Yeah, you weren't allowed
dry.
to use starch.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you couldn't use starch. You had to use stay
Yeah.
flow. So you put everything inside out, and you couldn't sweat through them at that point. So
you sweat. You're just not through the camis.
well, that was a nice thing because all you had to do is each night was just iron them back up.
Yeah,
you didn't have to worry about them. You just
That's true.
You know what?
Lieutenant
used to
says
suck? Go ahead.
he still puts starch in his cover. You know it says don't put starch in your cover, sir. You're not supposed to do that crap.
soak them.
He'll do that until what we used to do is
They stand up by themselves. Yeah.
So we'd get into camis at like 4:30 in the morning, draw our ceremonial weapons out of the armory to go do the firing parties. We'd have to go down march down the Navy Yard and practice along the Anacostia River there. We would get down there and it'd start raining on us. And so you got soaking wet stay flow camis with a cover. You just got stay flow just running down your face.
The camis, they start to become slimy, right?
Yeah.
It's gross, man. It's gross.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Lieutenant says he irons his sleeves when he rolls them and uses medium starch.
Seen that.
It's got to look good.
Squared away.
Yeah. I got to be honest, man. When they said no more stay flow, no more starch, no more none of that stuff, I was all for it. I'm like, okay, man.
Yeah, I didn't starch them anymore. I still pressed my camis and stuff like that, but I didn't.
I would only do that if it was literally at the bottom of my wall locker, and I had to, I had to actually, do something with it. That's the only time I would actually do that.
So when the new Digi camis first came out, they got all the Marines out there in the stands at the barracks, and which general was that? Not Conway. Was it Conway or Jones? General Jones.
It had to have been Jones.
I think it was General Jones. He was coming up on the end of his time as a commandant. Anyway, he come out there in them new camis, and he told everybody. He said, "I just pulled these out of the dryer, man." Everybody was just like, what? No, he did not say that.
Everyone was like, ooh, he's nasty. He's nasty.
Yeah. Yep.
Nasty commandant. Jiminy
It was
Christmas.
like, and then you could have just heard a pin drop. It was like, what the heck?
Yeah, what are we doing?
I don't know what the combat blouses are. What is that?
Combat blouses.
I don't know what the combat blouses were or are. Is that fairly new, like within the last year or something? Have you seen anything, Aaron?
Not that I'm aware of.
I'm gonna have to look that up. That's strange. I never heard of that.
No. Who said that?
The lieutenant on here said that. I'm gonna type in Marine combat blouse.
It's new to me.
Oh yeah, okay. It's like the frog thing, right? So it has the cami sleeve.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. We did have them when we were in,
yeah.
but it wasn't issued to everybody. You only got those like if you were special.
Yeah, frog suit. I had one on the MEU deployment. Yeah,
and not Ed, not special. Ed.
Yeah, I still have mine actually. It's hanging up in my closet. Yeah, I'm saving it for special occasions.
Yeah, what special occasion is that?
That's what I want to know. Were you waiting on
Hey,
World War III?
yep.
Yeah. If I had got it, it wouldn't fit me anymore. So that's what I was. Yeah.
Well, I guess I better go try it on because I'm small fat now.
Oh, okay.
We got to send that to Mike.
Small
Small.
fat.
What the fuck is that
Yeah.
supposed to mean? Small fat.
So Rob Marikine
Seriously?
sent us. Rob Marikine sent us this thing, and it said, "What category of fat are you?" So if you're 1X to 2X, you're small fat. 3 to 4, you're medium fat, and then if you're 5 or higher, then you're super fat.
Yeah. I'm small fat. Small fat.
Yeah.
So what did it have to do with me?
No, we just send it
We're
to you,
trying to say something.
so you know what
Oh
I was
yeah.
talking about.
Oh yeah. You're like I'm like a small fat. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Really?
Mike still fits in his uniforms.
No.
Oh yeah.
Believe it or not, yeah. Actually, the
I don't.
one pair of blues I had a couple months ago, I was like, man, when they try, it's like, yeah, they don't fit.
Oh, they're.
If
I just retired and mine don't fit. Are you kidding me?
Well, I
if
knew
I
that the day I watched you retire, they weren't going to fit you.
With
So
my
I
brand
mean,
new
I mean,
Pumas
it's like,
because
yeah,
I couldn't
man,
fit
you had
my other ones.
bright green, man. Those bitches hadn't even been washed yet. You were like, hello, my baby. You know, I'm retiring. You know, it's like,
Chris Wine said the one thing I wish we had years ago was the reckoning boots. Yeah, yeah, those things are. I didn't buy a pair, but uh, I know they've got the newer kind now too. But those things would have been a
With
lifesaver
it.
on a lot of people's feet and
what are
knees and
what are
everything.
reckonings boots?
They're Danner reckonings. They're a lighter weight. You remember the
Oh,
Bates
okay,
lights?
yeah.
They're like a
I like them.
really nice Bates light. They're real light. I mean, they're good for running. They don't mess your feet up. And
Oh,
Danner's a really good boot anyway. So
absolutely, yeah. Yeah, the last pair of boots I bought were Danners, but that was in 2005.
yeah,
So
that's about
I'm sure
let's see.
they've probably really changed them a lot since then. So
The last Danners I had was the rat boots.
Oh
Uh,
man, I never
but I
had the
haven't
wrap
wore
boot,
those. Yeah, I haven't wore those since like 2016, something like that.
and I want to tell Krista that yes, I did just retire. If it's within 5 years, that's just retired. So that's my.
tell Chris to get the hell on here.
Yeah, Krista,
Quit
you might as well come on
watching
and
us and
talking crap.
just get on here. Come on, Krista.
Chris says they have a vibrant soul. Lieutenant over here
Yeah,
says he personally likes the Danners and the Bellevilles. Belleville. I don't know how to say that.
They're Bellevilles.
Bellevilles.
Yeah, Bellevilles are all right. They just
I don't know what
the
I use.
last pair of Bellevilles I got, it took forever to break them in.
Mm.
Danners take like no time at all.
But they don't fall apart.
No.
I never had an issue with them. I did hear the rat boots fell apart fairly easy though. Now I don't know if that's
Uh,
true, but
mine didn't. I had mine for about 4 years, and
and they went through several different companies on the rat boots, if I'm not mistaken, though, right?
I don't remember. I had Danners, but they were I got them in 2012 on my mute deployment. They seen Kuwait, Africa, Jordan, and then
They
I
seen
wore
some
them,
they
and
seen
then I
some of
wore
the
them.
world.
Yeah, and then I wore them in 2015. So 3 years later, I wore them out in Qatar.
Nice.
Yeah, buying boots like that, all I ever bought was Danner. Danner boots were, as far as I'm concerned, were the best.
I mean, they didn't see no Afghan heels.
Yeah.
Yep,
So
there you
Chris,
go. I had to replace my
yeah,
rats in Afghan. Yep,
yeah, that's
yep.
what I had heard.
That's what I heard
The
too.
heel splitting and stuff. Yeah. Did you know Doc Martin started off making boots for the British
Sounds about right.
during World War II? No kidding. Dang. Okay.
But
Doc
they still
Martin.
make some good boots too.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. There's a lot of good companies out there now making boots. Am I all by myself again?
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. I thought I'm all by my little lonesome again.
Yeah.
Oh man. That's good. Let's see what else has been happening around the world here. Let's see. What was
Well,
the
government's still shut down.
Oh yeah, well that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're worried about because
No
no
end
food
in sight.
stamps,
Yeah.
those types of things. They're getting worried about all that stuff because they're like, what are people going to do? So they're like talking about having to rely on food banks and those types of things.
Yeah. Well, nothing like politicians playing with people's lives.
Yeah, because it doesn't affect them. They're still going to get paid.
They gotta change that. You start taking their pay, I guarantee you they'll start doing work. But
They need to do something.
somebody, yeah, but somebody said, well, they all become millionaires after they become politicians. So,
Krista said they didn't get paid today.
oh man,
It
yeah.
seems a little
Speaking
early
of,
for pay.
so I work with a GS guy, and he came out laughing out of his office with his LES, and it said, would you like to donate something? But he goes, how am I going to donate? I got zeros across the board.
I'll donate some zeros.
He's like, you're asking me to contribute and I have zeros? I don't think so.
Yeah, I saw something about that today. There was like,
it
it was
sucks,
kind of
Krista.
like any heart of an angel. Do you want to donate? And it's like, how the hell am I going to donate? I'm not getting paid. So what the fuck do you want me to do?
Hey, well, the active duty guys are still getting paid. That's what he's saying on here on TikTok. So those guys are still getting paid
Well,
for now.
You
yeah.
sure?
That's what he said. He said he got paid on the 16th and he'll get paid on the 31st.
Gotcha.
Because Trump,
Well,
he worked something out where active duty was still going to get paid.
Well, they're coming up with money to pay active duty military. Yeah.
Yeah. But they're not paying everybody other than active duty, right? They're not paying border control. They're not paying.
That I don't know.
I don't know. I
Probably
haven't looked
not.
into details.
Yeah.
Krista,
That was
do you
one
still
thing I
have
was
to
gonna
go to
say.
work?
The VA's not getting paid. A lot of the VA.
Yeah. No. Tell Krista, get the hell on here. Come on.
I know she heard me. I asked her if she still had to go to work.
Yeah.
And he's still working too.
Oh,
Somebody needs to call Krista and tell her to get on. Come on. Let's go.
She can hear you. She knows the link.
But she can hear me, but it's delayed. That was one thing that's what I was going to say earlier. But, as born and raised in Pennsylvania is John Fetterman. Have you guys seen that stuff online?
No.
With him, as far as a Pennsylvania Democrat, a senator,
What happened?
he is adamant about, this is garbage.
yeah.
I will support the Republicans. We've got to pay.
Well, because he's still middle of the road. There's not many left that are middle of the road.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
both
his
sides.
thing is he's like, I'm not going to sit here and play this game. I'm not going to play this game with this party.
Yeah.
Chris
Wine said, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
He was just confirming Border Patrol, Secret Service, etc. don't get paid.
Krista says she doesn't have a link. I don't believe her.
Well, she hadn't been on the
Fetterman has more
StreamYard.
common sense than they led everyone to believe when he was elected.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's the guy you're talking about, Fetterman, right?
Yeah, he's the one that had the stroke, but he was sort of still recovering from that stroke. But
well, he's the one they said
showing
he could come in PT gear, right?
I
Yeah, he
wish.
wears a sweatshirt and everything like
Yeah, he
that,
does.
a
He
hoodie.
does.
But I was all of, I was like, man, this dude, but, talking to people back home, I'm still good friends with and family back in Pennsylvania. They're like, yeah, this guy, they were all against him and now they're all for him. He's not willing to sit here and give in to the party that, he's a Democrat.
Mm-hmm.
He flat out said, I'm the only Democrat in my family. He said, but I'm not willing to give in to a party when it's the country that we're here to support.
Mm.
And that's, he was on Fox News. He was, all kinds of different interviews. Send Krista the link so she can get on here. Come on now.
Well, I can't.
Oh, geez, good Louise, man. It's your
Here, I
damn
got it.
podcast.
I got
Hey,
it.
you know what?
No.
Hold on.
Let's see.
I'll find it. Just hold on.
Krista, copy.
Don't get too excited. I'll find it.
But Fetterman he's actually going at his way nonstop. He's like, no, this has got to stop. It's got to stop. I may be a Democrat, but he said, but I'm good with whatever you got to do. People need to get paid. It has nothing to do with the party. It has to do with the country, and that's his big thing now. So we shall see.
Well, yeah. I don't know. Fetterman, he seems like he's all right. I don't know. He seems like he's more middle of the road.
He came across like a butthole, and everybody questioned him. But now with this, I see your cat.
Yeah, cat showing you her butthole.
Yeah, he's definitely got more common sense than most of them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So we don't. People aren't getting paid. We know that. Let's see what else is happening in the world of crazy.
Well, supposedly we got all these. Somebody posted something.
Yeah, he said they voted against the resolution that was going to pay essential personnel. Man, that's crazy.
What are they like? I guess I got to pay more attention. But what is exactly that they're saying we don't want to?
They took
this.
Well, they took. Okay, so remember the big beautiful bill? There's Krista.
Yeah. Oh, Krista!
Look who's back,
Hey,
Krista.
Krista.
Semper Fidelis. How's it going, guys?
Hurrah.
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
Y'all just had the reunion, didn't you?
We did in New Orleans.
Yeah. Was it good?
It was good. It was great.
Awesome.
Keep talking.
So they took the big beautiful bill, basically stopped the healthcare funding for illegals, right? Essentially.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, Democrats took this CR and said we want the $1.5 trillion or whatever it was put in there to approve. They don't want to have to keep coming back and talking about it. They want it in there
to approve for what?
Instead of just doing a CR, continuous resolution to keep it open for 7 more weeks while they discuss it. And they said, absolutely, we want it in there. We're not freaking voting for it. Plain and simple.
They want what in it? Sorry, I'm
like
not
$1.5 trillion to pay for healthcare. So they claim healthcare for everybody, but they keep saying all Americans. We know it's for everybody to include illegals.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
interesting.
Yep. So that's what they're holding. That's what they're holding it hostage for.
Whatever happened to that word called compromise? Is that part of the English language still, or
they're not? Well, they're not. That's the thing. They're not compromising anymore.
I know.
And they're continuing. again, not trying to get political here, but they're continuing the violent rhetoric. Like some of them, and I'm not saying Congress members, but some people on
Well, there's a lot of stuff on social media.
a lot of people were saying, "Oh, well, if they're gonna, you know, if they're gonna punch me in the face with this stuff, I'm gonna go for their throat and stuff like that." And it's like, what? What are you talking about?
It's big talk coming from that keyboard over there.
No, they're saying it on some of these news media outlets.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, and the news
Maybe
media
podcast.
outlets are supporting it. So
Oh, they're
Yeah.
completely stirring the pot.
yeah,
Yeah.
Directing a lot of threatening rhetoric towards ICE as well. Yeah, I have seen quite a bit of that. Yeah.
Yeah. Towards ICE. Oh, yeah, and Pelosi says that local law enforcement can arrest federal agents if they are breaking the law. Well, they're not breaking the law. They're doing everything within, within their lawful orders,
My wife is
So-
looking at me crazy. I don't know what that's about. Sorry.
Chris is looking at you crazy too. So
Yeah.
Well,
Y'all know how I look. I just look weird anyway.
it's par for the course. I'm used to it by now. So, Krista, tell us a little bit about what you've been up to, because you've been a ghost and you haven't been around.
I'll make it quick. We had a rough year. I had pneumonia. Ron
Yeah.
hurt his back. His mom died. My dad died.
Wow.
But it's,
Yeah, tough
what do?
year.
You do a right face
Yeah.
and you keep on marching, right?
That's
And
true.
then,
That's true.
You
Well,
can
had
do
a house-
you can do some
Huh?
half steps in there. You're allowed to do half steps.
that is true. You can actually you can march backwards sometimes too.
Yeah,
It does.
but
It
I'm
does happen.
still doing my thing at Paris Island. Share the legacy. There's me and 3 other guys.
Now you do that
Zachary.
every week, right?
Well, not there's 4 of us, so sometimes
rotate through?
there's a few grads or no grad weeks. But
Mhm.
Tuesday I was at India Company, 400 and not 60. We had 600, not 400, 649 grads this week.
Wow.
Wow.
Big company, India Company, and they were motivated. I had lead and another guy, Fred Channels, had follow series, and they were motivated. One group of motivated Marines. In fact, when I went in, I said something. I said, "Y'all ready to rock that grinder?" And I always try not, remember I used my word for enthusiasm, right, Aaron?
Yeah.
I said, "Y'all ready to rock that effing grinder?" And they're like, "Yes." And I said something else, and then a bunch of them go, "Oh!" I was like,
Nice.
"Okay." So they were motivated. It was
We're
great.
leaving it in good hands. That's good. It's good
That's
to know.
right. We are. Y'all have done a great job of paving the way. But
I don't
it
know
was
if
a
you
great
caught part of the end of Sunday's episode. I was telling him my nephew's out at MCRD San Diego, but he got dropped to MRP, so he'll have to have knee surgery, and then he'll do
Is he okay,
rehab and
though?
pick. Yeah, he's good. We're writing him, keeping his spirits up. He gets a call a week, give or take,
Oh,
so
good.
he can keep his morale up. At first, he was, he was given the option, hey, you can quit and go home. He called us, or I called his mom. And the first thing he said is, "What did Uncle Aaron say?" Well, I had already told her. I said, "You get your surgery, you get better, and you get your ass back in training."
There you go.
I like it. Yeah.
And we're thinking about expanding the Share the Legacy program to the MRP platoons as well.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Kind of go in and talk to them and motivate them and keep them going, and our biggest
That's a good
attrition
idea.
numbers are the females. So the males usually will stick it through a little bit longer, but some of those gals will drop because they get disillusioned, demotivated. You're right. So that's
Wow.
good to
That's
go.
a good idea, though. I think anytime you can motivate the MRP platoon and those types of things, that's a good deal.
Yeah, you're right.
Because if you're motivated, you're excited, and you have a positive attitude, you're going to heal quicker, right? And you're going to get back to training quicker.
I
Chris
think
don't know.
Wine
so.
That's
said he
fine.
graduated 30 years ago on the 20th of October. Wow.
Woo!
Awesome.
30 years ago.
Yeah.
Dang, you're old, Chris. God,
Yeah, I just hit
you're
my
rolling over in
36.
your grave.
Yeah.
What was that, Krista?
I just hit my 36-year mark.
Did you?
Yeah.
Hey.
September 15th was 36 years.
So what would be 30 years at that point? I'm asking, seriously, what would be? No, I'm not saying that to you, Krista. I'm saying what is 30 years?
What do you, I
Oh,
don't get
Chris.
the question. I'm missing it. It's going over. I'm tired.
I
No,
didn't catch the last bit. I was cutting out, so I apologize.
you said something, AJ, and Chris Wine said that's enough of that, AJ.
Oh, I told him he's rolling over in his grave. He's so old.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said that's enough. Whatever. You know you're old, Chris. Good
Yeah.
grief.
I'm the baby here. I've only been alive. Let's see.
You don't even know. You're older than us because you don't know how old you are.
9. I was 9 years old when Krista went to boot camp. Yeah.
When was that, Krista?
1989.
Yep.
And I didn't go until I was 24 years old. I was
I was
born
gonna
in
say-
64. We know.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm a baby boomer.
So you went when you were 24 to
Yeah.
boot camp. No kidding.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was 21 when I went, and I thought I was old. But 24 is getting up there.
We had a 29-year-old in my platoon.
Yeah, there's some
Remember-
older ones now. There was a 33-year-old a while back.
Holy cow.
They're getting some waivers these days. You're right.
Yeah, that's a big no-go for me. 31 and coming in.
Yeah, I joined in 92, so, I mean, that's 92 is...
Piece of cake.
Can you see
Aaron,
the comments, Mike?
Yeah, I keep reading them. Guess who's getting the first piece of cake? And,
talking about Aaron, not me.
The youngest of the bunch, first
Yeah.
piece of cake, right?
I was literally sitting there doing the math. I was like, I went in 92, 2002. I was like, holy shit.
It's all good. Yeah, I just had a birthday the other day. I turned 61 on the 18th. So
Happy birthday. I didn't see that on
Happy
Facebook.
birthday.
Did I send you a happy birthday?
not many people did, but I don't know. I think my Facebook's all locked up. I don't know.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
just
well,
said, fuck you.
it's not
No, you
on there
didn't,
because
Andrew.
that's how I keep track of people's birthdays. So I
all good.
apologize for not telling you happy birthday. Chris is saying it for me, but I will do my normal happy birthday to you.
All right, we can stop. We can stop.
You get the picture? Okay.
There may
I don't
be
need to see
children
it.
watching, AJ.
I don't need to see your
clicked it.
nipples.
I clicked it was for 18 and older. Don't worry, we're good.
Oh, well,
We don't need to
I'm
see your
still a
nipples.
child. I'm still a child.
Wild children and small animals. Watch it.
Yeah, well, small animals. That's a good point. I can't get my other strap here. I got to strap myself back in.
Thank you, Mr. Wine. I don't know Chris Wine.
Chris came on the podcast not too long ago, told his story. Master Gunny retired. Oh, shoot. How many years did you do? 28? Or how many years was it, Chris? I don't remember. He's going to have to tell us.
Okay.
I do 1 or 2 interviews, so I have a hard time keeping up with everybody.
I know.
I don't know.
So
Well,
many
Krista,
faces.
you need to
29.
join.
Wow,
You
it's
need to
close.
get back on here more often, Krista.
Yeah, Krista, you need to come on more often.
Chris Wine did 29 years and 5 months.
So Krista is one of the beginners. Like you were here at the beginning when we started doing these,
Yeah.
weren't you?
Yeah, Krista was.
Mm-hmm.
That first night, that February, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, you
Well-
guys were doing it before then. You started like in December, I think.
Yeah, we started. Andrew, it was you, Rob, Stacy, and I did like one of the first ones.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Oh, dang.
Yeah, and it
Holy
wasn't.
cow.
It was. We weren't on video though. We just
Oh, it
did
was just audio?
Yeah, audio.
Yeah, it was back in the day. There you go. Yeah,
I think I was the one that started that crap. I was like, Andrew's like, "Oh man, get on the podcast." I was like, "Nah, I'm good." He goes, "No, just get on the podcast." I was like, "Okay," and I was like, "What the hell?" I was all expecting to see everybody and anybody, and no video, and all of a sudden, shortly after that, Andrew's like, "Hey, we're gonna do video," and I was like, "Man, I got to see everybody." I'm talking to people I never seen before, never met.
We were doing an old school. Chris said he said he almost lost his missus and decided it was time to go home. That's a good call.
Good decision.
Yeah, you know, family is forever, and the Marine Corps is not. The big green machine called the Marine Corps is going to keep on rolling the second you step away, and it
We're
doesn't
all
stop.
replaceable.
Yeah, but family is different. You got to take care of the family. So good on you, Chris, man. That's good. I like it.
That's what the chaplain and decided. We talked with the chaplain, and he's asked us how long were we going to sell our soul to the Marine Corps.
Hey, Sergeant Major Fields, if you're out here, I'm gonna put this on mute for a second. Sorry, y'all go ahead.
No, you're right.
What was that,
You're
Krista?
absolutely right. How long are you gonna sit there and give away? I mean, your family is here forever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and Marines, you know, all of us are, you know, brothers, sisters, but you know, at some point in time, you have to stop and look at it and say, okay, when's enough enough? Is that what you're getting at, Krista?
Yeah, no, because Ron had gotten up, he was an E8, and when you get up to the top up there, there's only so many slots, you know, and there's 5 guys going for one slot, and he got passed over the second time. And we were speaking with the chaplain, and he said, you know, you guys have to decide how long are you going to sell your soul to the Marine Corps, is what he said. You know, we were looking at a religious viewpoint, and
Wow.
that's decided no, we weren't going to keep trying to fight it and just let it go and walked away.
Yeah.
There's only in my MOS there's only 2 master guns in the Marine Corps, and I would be looking at going on 6 years as a mass sergeant
And still
not
wouldn't be
even
in zone?
still wouldn't be in zone. Well, no, I take that back. This year I would have been the junior guy in zone.
Wow.
That you're in the same situation, Aaron. Yeah, it gets tighter and tighter.
6
harder.
years, man.
Yep.
That's crazy because when I got promoted to mass sergeant,
And
it was
and I'd
2
be setting
years,
it,
and I was in actually less than 2 years, and I was in zone.
and I would be setting at 27 years. So,
oh geez,
service limitations. So,
Okay,
6 years
see,
and
he's the
1
same
month and grade as a master sergeant.
Yeah, see. So,
Golly. That's a long time. 6 years and 1 month as a master sergeant.
yeah.
I think
It
the
gets
longest
competitive.
rank that like the longest time I spent in one rank was a gunny. And let's see, that's 4, 5, 6,
and I was
7.5 years.
I was a gunny for 6 years. Exactly.
Yeah.
Depend on
I think
gunny.
it was 7.5 years as a gunny, and then I got promoted to master sergeant. When I got promoted to master sergeant, it was like just over 2 years later, and I was pinning on master. Actually, I got selected. It took a little bit longer because I was one of the last ones to get promoted, but 3 years. So I spent basically 3 years as a master sergeant. But
You weren't number 1.
no, I was number whatever the last one was.
Yeah.
Not quite, but pretty damn close too.
I always say I spent almost 7 years as a sergeant because I got out, but I was a sergeant in the Army National Guard, and
That's
then
right.
came back. Yeah, and then came back.
Now, how long were
Mhm.
you in the National Guard for?
So I
4 years?
pinned on sergeant in November of 2002, and then I got out in July of 2003, and then went
Okay.
into the Army National Guard in February of 2004.
And that was Arkansas, right?
That was Arkansas Army National Guard, and then came back into the Marine Corps in August of 2006 as a sergeant,
Wow.
and then pinned on staff sergeant in May of 2009.
Chris says January of 13 to February of 19. First look and selection number was 33. Favorite basketball player growing up was Larry Bird. Yeah, buddy. I just watched a great documentary about Larry Bird, and what was it? It was the LA Lakers and the Boston Celtics, but it was a documentary about that. Anyway, really good, Chris. You should go watch it if you haven't. But then, yeah, his number was 33. Yeah. Sorry. I'm sorry. I digress. I apologize.
It's his favorite basketball player. I'm pretty sure he's already seen it.
Okay, don't answer yet, Chris. We're going to take a bet. All right, who's betting that Chris has watched the documentary about the Lakers and the Celtics? And who says yes?
Yes.
Yeah. Krista,
Yes.
what do you say?
Okay, no, I'll just go against everybody because
You're going to go no? All right, let's see what he says. Yes, sir. Legend in another good document. Yeah. Of course you saw it. Hey, but Larry Bird was I don't know, man. That dude was in a place all by himself. He was amazing.
So I don't know if those guys, there's always the debate, right? LeBron or MJ.
Yeah.
I don't think NBA players now it's a different time. I got it. But I don't think they could have hung with those guys back then.
Well, there's
Number
way,
one, there was no pity pat fouls. Like you had to be bleeding before they'd call a foul.
Dude, watch the documentary. Some of those fouls that they were doing was ridiculous. Like super
body
flagrant
slam.
fouls. Yeah.
Yeah. And people played defense back then. They don't play defense anymore.
That's true, man. That's true.
But they would say, like, Larry Bird was one of them. I don't remember which it wasn't that documentary, but I remember seeing something. One of the old players was saying Larry Bird would look you dead in the eyes and tell you what he was going to do,
and then
just straight up do it.
He would tell you exactly what he was going to. He's like, "Hey, I'm going to spin here and I'm going to shoot it, and or take a step back, shoot a three, and I'm going to sink it." And that's exactly what he would do. Like he would tell you to your face how he's going to mess you up, and then go do it.
Yep. MJ, all those guys.
Yeah. Now it's funny because you get them mad. Like if they get ticked off, they play so much better. It's amazing how much better they play when they're ticked off, right? Yeah. Anyways, Chris said he was a farm kid and it was easy to relate to him as a farm kid from East Tennessee. Yeah. It's a really good documentary. I can't remember the name of it, but I
got a question. Did Chris have did he have an actual basketball goal or did he have a milk crate for a basketball goal?
I mean, that's a good question. Chris, what'd you have, man? All right, we're taking bets again. What do you think? I think he had a milk carton.
I think he started out
milk crate.
I think he started out with a milk crate and then got a goal later. That's what happened with me. Because I kept playing with milk crate, and finally my parents were like, "All right, we'll get you a basketball goal."
Oh my god!
Well, they wouldn't buy me anything unless I was serious about it.
Okay.
That's a good point, though.
Yeah,
you're right on that, man. Yeah.
I didn't have to water ski on wooden planks until I started jumping. They bought me skis.
There you go.
Yeah. We had a rim on the side of a shed.
All right. Close enough.
He had a rim, man.
Yeah, close enough. No net.
I was going to say just no net. Just a rim, yeah.
Just a rim, no net. So it was nothing but air whether you made it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You were either really good or really bad.
Yeah. You couldn't tell if it went in or not from distance.
That's right.
Net. Yeah.
You couldn't tell. You just counted it anyways. It went in. No, it didn't. Yes, it did. I'm counting it.
Yeah, if he had brothers, they were just like, it didn't go in. We couldn't see it. Yeah.
Oh, man, that's too good. I love it. I still remember the first shotgun my dad got me. He got me a 20 gauge, and I don't remember how old I was. I was probably in maybe 5th grade, 4th grade, something like that. And he got it for me for Christmas, bought it off one of his buddies. And he's like, I kept bugging him. I was like, come on, Dad, let's go shoot it. Let's go shoot it. And he's like, look, just take it out into the pasture over there. Just make sure you're not shooting at somebody and shoot it. Go out there and practice. And I go, okay, Dad. So here I go trampling off through the pasture, right? And got the 20 gauge slung over my shoulder. I put that son of a gun up. I pulled the trigger and about blew my shoulder off with the when it kicked. Oh my God, it hurt so bad. And so I come back. I wasn't crying necessarily, but I was hurting. And my dad was sitting on the porch. He watched the whole thing. He watched me walk out there. He watched me shoot the gun, and then he cracked up laughing at me and laughed at me the whole way back. And then laughed in my face when I got back to you. He's like, it's got a big kick, doesn't it, son? And I was like, yes, Dad.
But you're gonna remember that
Chris,
one.
man, that's what we're here for, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry you shared that story with the 20 gauge, man. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you.
He's
man.
a puss.
Like,
He remembers he was a puss, and his dad told him he was a puss.
If the
I
shoe
don't know what
fits,
to tell you. Yeah.
when in Rome, when in Rome.
Yeah.
I'll share a little bit of news. I'm not gloating, but I want to tell y'all something.
Yeah, no, gloat, please.
Huh?
Gloat.
So I told
please.
you I got pneumonia this Christmas or this December and January, February. I was really sick. I had pneumonia for 3 months. Well, so we went to Florida for Christmas, and my son wanted to go see Cirque Soleil. We took him. So I had this uncle, I lived with my aunt and uncle when I was in high school for a year. I was really sick because my parents, were divorced. My dad couldn't care for me. But this uncle, he's a really great guy. Went to the University of Alabama too. Yes, roll tide. I know that Razorbacks are having a hard year. Sorry, Aaron.
Yes, as usual.
But on the way home, we stopped by my uncle's house, and he gave me a car.
What?
He gave me a '68 GTO.
Get out of town. Are you serious?
I will send it.
Picked me up for
Absolutely
a ride yet?
not. Nope.
And it runs
68.
68 GTO. It should have been like 67, but black,
so
red
sorry.
interior, leather.
You know what
It's
GTO
great.
stands for, right?
The goat. Well,
Gas, tire, and oil. Gas, tires, and oil.
Yeah, because you have to keep.
It's true. That's good.
Screw you, Aaron.
Yeah.
Gas, tire, and oil.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's a hard top,
or hard top.
Hard top.
I should have, but and
Hey,
it's on the back of the
did you
title
say
he
it was
wrote
a hard
gift.
top or convertible?
Hard
Chris is
top.
wanting-
Yeah.
Hard top.
Oh man.
So and at first when he asked me if I wanted it, I talked to my husband about it. I'm like, I don't want it. And it's not that I didn't want the car. No one's ever given me anything. No one's ever given me a gift. But it's just I know when you have a car like this, what's going to be required? Gas, tires, and oil, and other things. Maintenance.
It is maintenance well worth spent.
I know,
yeah.
but it's not my thing. Cars are not my thing.
Yeah.
And
It
I have
is
a
now.
garage, and it has to be in the garage, which is over here in my garage. It took over my empty garage because it has to be,
Yeah.
because we insured it with American Collectibles, things, and it's not expensive insurance or anything like that, but and
That's
so
really cool.
Ron is a very happy man. We take it out on the weekends and drive it around,
Oh my God, I'm so
There
jealous.
you go.
It
Yeah,
was a
I'm
very
so
nice
jealous.
gift. So I'll have to
Let's see what
send
it
you
says.
guys some pictures and stuff, but it was a very nice gesture for an uncle who loves me, and he's not even my blood uncle. It was my dad's sister's husband, and my aunt died a few years back.
Oh
But,
wow.
obviously,
Well, still. I mean, it's just
his
like
birthday's
the
October
military.
16th.
We're all brothers and
I'm sorry?
sisters. I said it's like the
family
what?
was
military. We're all
family back
brothers and
then.
sisters.
So, but it was
I
really
can
sweet.
remember. Yep. Chris says car shows, a lot of vets in attendance, and it's awesome to go and hear people's stories. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, they
Yeah, I
do that
love
the
it.
first Friday of every month up here at the Graco right here in Beaufort.
Oh, really?
They, all the people take their antique cars up there. So, but theirs are really like, and it's in really pretty good condition. It's got a couple little spots on it, but it's in
That's
really good shape.
awesome.
So, and it runs. And
Shoot,
it's
as long
fine.
as it drives, that's
Yeah.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
What color is
I
it?
mean,
Huh?
What color is
It's
it?
black, very shiny, pretty black with red leather interior, red carpet.
Ooh,
Yeah, I'll put
nice.
some photos out for you guys to see.
Yeah,
It's in great
yeah, I'm
shape.
jealous. You should do a podcast from the car. You're driving around.
hey, if you hear your garage open and you see it speeding away, it's just me. Don't worry.
He's
Yeah.
taking it for a test ride to make sure it's safe for you.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Dwayne and Elizabeth King were here. They've been here a lot lately, but they were out there and taking pictures of it and going, listen, listen. And they were all talking about it.
So Dwayne's possibly moving up there, huh?
I wouldn't say that. Elizabeth's doing some stuff up here, so
Oh,
they
okay.
got some things working. Yeah, doing
Yeah.
retirement, So
For those that don't know, Chris is he's been on here pretty much the whole time. But Chris Dwayne King, it was the drum major for the President's Own and just retired this past year. So I can't remember what month, but it was this past year. I know that. I think it was March timeframe.
How long was he with the President's Own?
So he was, oh man, a long time. He was the assistant drum major for 3 years. Actually, I think it was close to 4. Then he went down to New Orleans, and he was only down there for 2 years. And then the drum major retired, and he auditioned and got the job. So went back up there. So he spent, 6 years, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 6 more years up there after.
So he
as the
so he
drum major.
wasn't he wasn't around 99 to 03.
No.
Oh,
But
okay.
hey, Chris knows a guy, one of the drum majors for the Drum and Bugle Corps. If I'm not mistaken, Chris, correct me. But it was back in, oh man, Chris, help me out, man. It's been a hot minute since we did our podcast, and I'm sorry. But he knows one of the drum majors that was up there. I think it was before your time. I think it was in the 90s, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I remember
Mike Gardner.
Yeah.
Yeah, back. I mean, when Aaron with you would be like Kenteris.
It might have been.
I don't remember a whole lot of people with
no.
drum.
When did
with
you come
D&B.
in? What year did you come in originally?
Who, me?
Yeah,
99 to 03. I was at 8 and 9.
So it wasn't Kenteris. It was probably Tom Cole.
No, it's Cole. Yeah, yep, absolutely.
Cole sounds familiar.
As the assistant, he had just taken over as the assistant at that time, right? Because then
he was third. Cole was the third mod, and he went up. He went to DC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's saying that Chris Gardner retired in '98. He thinks.
Okay.
So it was right before you went to boot camp.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And
we're a bunch of old.
He was DMB.
We're a bunch of old fuckers, man. I swear to God.
You said DMB? Drum and Bugle Corps.
Yeah, Drum and Bugle Corps.
Most of those guys, like
Kevin Buckles, is a great guy.
Who?
Kevin Buckles. He was the drum major up there. God damn, forever. But Kevin Buckles is a great guy. So if you guys remember, oh man, it was back. I mean, his kids are almost 20 years old now, I think. But when he had his daughters, they were conjoined twins, and they separated them. It was it was huge news back in the day for the Marine Corps. But it was his kids that were conjoined, and they separated. Yeah. And they're doing really great. One of them is like plays softball, if I'm not mistaken. The other, I think, volleyball. I don't know. It's been a hot minute since I looked at that stuff. But yeah, Kevin Buckles is a great dude. Great dude. Good family man, too.
Yeah, most of the time I've seen the Drum and Bugle Corps guys was obviously during the parades. So I didn't really interact. act with them, but most of the time, if they sent out a bugler out for the independent funerals and stuff,
Yeah.
and we would do the firing parties and stuff, that would be the
Sure.
only guys I would interact with.
Well, that's typically the president's own, isn't it?
No, that's the commandant's own, the drum and bugle corps.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that would do the independent funerals. If we had a
Oh,
full
I
honors
see.
funeral, then it would be
The
the
president's own.
band, the
Yeah.
president's own, the band. Yeah.
Got you. Okay. Hey, I gotta be honest, man. Don't lie, and just be honest about this, please. How much did you make fun of the band guys when you were up there?
All the time. We got in trouble for making fun of them. I'm not lying. I'm being honest. So when we first got there, we were told the president's own. So here's the thing. I can't remember the master gunner
It used to
sergeant's
be my
name.
favorite, Aaron. We're done.
Hey, people can change.
You think you're getting a ride in that car? You're high on crack, man. That ain't happening now.
So hear me out. All right. I'll be forthcoming with everything I know that I remember.
Mhm.
Just be honest.
So yeah. So when we first got there, we were told drum and bugle corps were real Marines. They went to boot camp and they were real Marines, right?
Yeah.
But then we were told that the president's own, those guys didn't go to boot camp. So we're like, oh, so they're not real Marines. And they're, long story short, after time we figured out, okay, yeah, they can come from Marine bands out there. You
Field.
have to rehearse and try out
Yeah.
and do an audition and all that stuff. And we figured that out later. But that was after it wasn't me, but there were several people that got into it with some of the band members, like, you're not even real Marines. So then we all got in trouble and got hazed.
Chris, come on, man. Chris, just come on the thing. You got the I'm tired
You're
of
one of
clicking on
those
your
guys,
comment.
Aaron. You're one of those guys.
Yeah, he
Yes.
Well, I
was.
tell people that too. They're just civilians
Hey.
with government contracts, automatic E6, and yeah.
But I was an 03 that was stationed at 8th and I, so I wasn't a real 03. I heard that tons of times too. So
Oh, I bet
Well, I
you
was
did.
told I
Like,
wasn't a
how
real
was that
Marine too
dynamic?
because they changed the
How was
standards for females. So yeah.
how was the dynamic between the 03, like the 03s that went to 8th and I, and then the 03s that were in the fleet? What was that
oh,
dynamic like?
you would get freaking ostracized like nothing else.
No
It
kidding.
was great. Yeah. Then there were some that were you had to go. A lot of times, what would happen is Marines would leave 8th and I and they'd go to the fleet,
Mhm.
and some of them could not humble themselves. Most of them did. Most of them were okay because they would humble themselves and like, yeah, I may be an NCO, but I don't know shit about actual operations. Now with me, I ended up getting out and then came back in as a 0511, but it was just. It's not like we didn't. We maintained our readiness there. We did all of our freaking training at the infantry company level. We just didn't. We didn't do battalion exercises and training and deployments and stuff
But it
like
was
that.
it was a different type of training. It's kind of like the guys that go to security forces right away, right?
Yeah.
So
You
it's
still
a different type of training that you're doing and a different mission.
Well, yeah. Well, no. I mean, when we did our infantry, quote unquote, infantry TNR standard training, right?
Mhm.
We would train up to the company level.
Okay.
Per the standard, right? But
Yeah.
that's all we could do. We couldn't do battalion level training exercises, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. We got a 0341 here. Long time ago, he says, though, on the ticker talkers.
That's what I was
Michael.
I was supposed to start out. Well, that's what I was supposed to be, a mortarman, and then they changed my orders to 8th and I. Like I went through so I got to SOI, and they're like, I was supposed to be a 41.
Mm-hmm.
But they had done my pre-screening in boot camp for 8th and I. Well, they had cleared me right then. Hey, your congratulations going to 8th and I. When I checked into SOI, they said, who here was told they were Yankee White cleared? So we put our paw in the air and they made us they put us in the mortarman squad to make us mortarmen because, they, for whatever reason, I don't know why they did it, but
Is it
ended up,
easier to replace a mortarman than it is to replace a rifleman?
I don't know. So when I went to SOI, we all did the same basic rifleman training,
Yeah.
infantry training, and then if you were a weapons mortarman, machine gunner, etc.,
Mhm.
you would go to an additional school or additional
Oh, yeah.
classes after that. Like I
Mhm.
think mine was going to be an extra 2 weeks or something like that
Yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
mortarman training. But
But
anyway, I
you
didn't go
didn't
to.
go to the extra 2 weeks.
Yeah, I didn't. They changed my MOS to 0311, sent me to 8th and I, and I didn't do my mortarman training.
No
So
shit.
then I
Wow.
became 0311. Yeah.
No kidding. Dang.
Then I remember so we got to the airport. So this is 99, obviously pre 9/11. So back then you could meet people at the gate, right? So
Yeah.
so we get to the airport in San Diego in Alphas, and we're like, screw this, man. We're going to DC. Let's get out of Alphas. So we got in civilian attire, got on the flight, get off the flight in DC, thinking we had until 23:59 to go check in. We're like, we're gonna go get a hotel room, then change, and then go. No, our freaking staff sergeant and 2 NCOs met us at the gate and was like, come here, and started yelling at us in the airport. And anyway, we got to 8th and I with our sea bags, did the sea bag drag, all up and
Nice.
down the freaking, like, I don't know,
Well, they
6
were,
decks
yeah, they were
of
they were
yeah.
letting you have it.
Oh yeah.
You were
Oh yeah.
going through the painting of the genitalia at that time, right? That's when you did it?
No, I said that was before my time.
Hey, Michael over here on TikTok says he remembers going through MCT for a month, and then basic rifleman as a basic rifleman, and then SOI was for all mortar training. That's what he
Huh.
remembers. Now, what year did you go through, Mike?
Yeah, I don't
Hit
remember.
me up. We'll find out what year he went through.
Yeah, obviously in the last 20 plus years they've changed it up.
91 he went through.
Oh yeah, that sounds about
What
right.
year did
Yeah.
you come in, Krista?
89.
89.
And we
Which,
didn't
by the
go.
way, Krista, you
Y'all
need
did.
to come on and tell your story sometime. You still haven't done it.
Uh-oh.
I know you're looking at me like you hate me right now.
I said, I'm sorry.
Krista, that females didn't go to MCT until what, 95?
It was, and once they started doing
It was
the Crucible,
Yeah.
and
That
So
was
like
I'm
95,
not sure
right?
the exact time when they started going to Geiger, and because back then the only ones that went through the MCT or went to the School of Infantry was the 0300s. Those were the
yeah.
only ones that did that.
Well, they
No
used
one
to,
went. Yeah.
and anybody older listening, I don't know if they're out there, but and correct me if I'm wrong. They used to do division schools. So you would do like your
96.
96. So you do like your basic Marine combat training, and then infantry
Krista, get
guys would
on here,
go to
man.
division schools.
Mhm.
Sorry. I
Right.
apologize.
That's how they would do that. You would go to your class school or whatever your MOS school was, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then nope. And women, none. And I mean, that was the whole thing. Like when I was in El Toro, we had Fleet Week, and I went up to the USS Bella Wood, and we were stationed. They were birthing the band on the Bella Wood, and I went out one night in San Francisco or Seattle. I'm not sure where we were, and I tried to get on the ship in the middle of the night when I'd had way too much to drink, and I tried to get on there one night like 2 a.m. And of course, and they were birthing the females in the officers' country, in officers' quarters.
Yeah.
And I tried to
Yeah.
get on at like 2 a.m, and they're like, "There's no women on this ship." And of course, then I get really mouthy. I'm like, "But I'm staying in the officers' quarters," and they're like, "There's no women on this ship." And I have no more money. The cab has left, and I have to march back down off that metal thing and stay in the concrete until some chief comes around. I guess like OOD or somebody doing the rounds.
Yeah.
I guess the petty officer told him or something. There's some woman down there says, and I had my ID. I had my active duty ID.
Yeah.
And Sure enough, he's like, yes, there's women on this ship. They're with the band. They're staying in the officers' quarters, and they let me on finally.
Wow.
But women do
Yeah,
it.
because females didn't do MU deployments back then.
They didn't do anything. There was no women
No.
on this ship.
Yeah.
And that was in
No.
90. That was before the Gulf War.
Was it the same for the sailors as well? Was there no females on the ship back then?
There was no females on the boat. I remember having a
That
sergeant
was all
major.
he kept saying to me that night. And I was really intoxicated, but he just kept saying, there's no women on this ship. And all I know is I needed on that ship. That's where I got off, I thought, but seriously, I needed back on that ship.
It would have been really funny had that been the wrong ship, though.
It was Fleet Week, to my defense. There was a lot of ships.
Oh my God, that's perfect.
Oh, shit,
Yeah.
Seriously,
That would be Krista. Wrong ship, sorry. I'm good. Down there. Right,
Go ahead and
down
send me
there.
to officer country.
That's what they called it on a ship, officer country,
Yeah.
officer's quarters,
Staterooms, yeah.
Is that what it is? Staterooms?
Staterooms.
I mean, they
yeah.
do live better than the enlisted folks. Let's be honest.
I'm not
Yeah.
experienced in any kind of quarters on a ship,
I mean-
personally.
I mean,
Well, yeah, it's a good point. Me either.
if you missed out on a deployment on an amphib, you've definitely missed out on a deployment for sure.
So
Hey.
tell us a little bit about your deployment on the amphib, man.
So I was on the Iwo Jima,
Mhm.
and we had berthing that was so it was from E6 all the way down to E1, right? So we all berthed in the same berthing, but then you would separate internally. We would separate. E6 had this section over here, and so on and so
Right.
forth, right? But it was so close quarters that if one person got sick and you didn't really protect yourself, everybody was getting sick. If somebody took a shit, you smelled it. Well, and that was mainly because the shitters would back up all the time on the freaking ship. But
There he is. Look at that. Chris finally joined
there's
us.
Chris.
It took me a couple of times of convincing, but Chris, welcome.
Just another beardo.
Yeah, that's right. We got some beardos here.
Freaking beardos. Got the beardos in the house.
The beardos are here.
Yeah,
So Chris,
I
you
waxed
probably
freak
know
out.
everybody because you've been watching us, so thank you.
No, I appreciate it.
Aaron,
I saw the text
Mike,
pop up.
Krista.
I was like, I guess I'll jump in there for a few minutes.
Yeah, might as well, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's laughing at your comments. I'm like, dude, just join us, man.
Yeah, I'm just over there being a clown, I guess.
Hey, somebody has to. If it wasn't you,
yeah.
it'd be somebody else. So, Chris, what was your MOS again?
I was an avionics chief. I was a 6391. That's what I retired as, yeah.
And you did several MUs or deployments, right?
So between OCONUS tours and deployments, I had almost 8 years OCONUS.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I did my last deployment. I got selected and promoted to Master Guns on my last deployment in 2018 to 2019. I was on SP MAGTAF out in we were over in Sigonella, back and forth between Sig and Spain, and I sent you the flag, AJ, that got flown. That we flew the ambassador into Tripoli while we were out there, so got a flag, one of the little pocket USO flags flown over the shores of Tripoli, and got a nice certificate with it. It's pretty cool.
So freaking cool, man.
Yeah.
And you were over in Afghanistan though during or right before, if I'm not mistaken, but when the air station got overran, right?
Yeah, it was. I left country 30 days before that happened.
Yeah.
That was in 12, right?
It was. Yeah, it happened in September of 12. Yeah.
I was on the 24th MU when that happened, and then Benghazi happened, and we were ready to go to Benghazi, but they wouldn't pull the trigger. So
yeah, one of the kids that was in our avionics detachment out there was killed in that attack. Brad Atwell. He was a sergeant. He was killed in that attack, and Lieutenant Colonel Rabel was over with the Harrier Squadron.
Okay, yeah.
That attack, he was the CO. Yeah. So
no kidding. Wow. There was a lot of blowback from that, man. Who was the commanding general at that time?
I can't. I remember the CG's face because we had him as a guest speaker at our ball at Camp Pendleton after that deployment. So
I can't remember. He got roasted, man.
Or in Texas, but he came to be our guest speaker, and they ran him through the wickets after all that happened.
I remember because I did his retirement ceremony.
Yeah,
and at Lejeune, because they wouldn't do it up at 8th and I apparently, and they were like, "Yeah, no, we're not doing your retirement." So he's like, "Okay, I'll go down to Lejeune." So called down to the CG, I guess. I was like, "Hey, man, I want to retire down there." The CG was like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." So he came down, did a retirement ceremony down at Lejeune, and the band covered down on the gig. Yeah, that was it. That was some interesting times, man.
Was he a heavier set guy?
No, he was not. He was a
tall, skinny dude, right?
Yeah,
I'm thinking of somebody else then. Yeah.
I have to look it up.
Yeah, I can look it up who the CG at 12-1 was because that was he was there 12-1 to 12-2.
I mean, he seemed like a nice enough guy.
Oh yeah, very personable.
I think it just. I mean, heck, you're the CG, man. The shit's gonna land in your lap. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. The burden of command.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank goodness I wasn't a commander because, I wouldn't have survived. I barely survived being a master gunny, let alone a. And I blame you, Aaron. Just so you know.
Hey, Stash Sergeant should have figured it the fuck out.
Hey. Oh man, I never did. Chris, I didn't send you my nip lock, did I?
No.
I'm gonna have to send that to you.
No, we talked about my shortcomings early in my career. We didn't talk about. I've heard you mention your nip lock, so I think
my shortcomings were definitely toward the end of my career.
We had inverse. It was inverted.
Well, so Sec War said you can do that now, though.
That's true.
Yeah.
So see, had I been in when the new Sec War was there, I'd have been A-OK. He'd have been like, "Yeah, what are you talking about? You didn't do anything crazy. You flipped the racks. You destroyed the room. No big deal."
Yeah. Good hard training.
A good buddy of mine.
Good hard training.
Good buddy of mine was in that aviation hallway at the Pentagon, and he was talking about the pack has just been loaded with people down there PTing on treadmills. He says pretty funny.
Oh, nice.
People trying to save their careers.
Yeah, dude, that ain't no joke. It would have been me, man. That would have been me. I would have been struggling to try to make weight, which I did at the end. I'm sorry. I'm a turd.
You don't remember the run? You don't remember the run when old Jack was gone and it was me and you leading it?
And we ran through the.
Yeah, you were like, slow down, man.
Why are you running so fast? You were like, oh, I thought you were running fast. I was like, dude, man, you gotta slow down. I'm gonna pass out.
Yeah. And then what was her name? The gunny. The company
Splitter.
Leanne Splitter. Yeah, she's come running up there. Y'all, we're losing everybody.
Well, I wonder why. Because I was trying to keep up with you, and you were trying to keep up with me, and we just ran them into the dirt. Yeah. Not just them. You ran me into the dirt. Let's say that. Yeah, so I was struggling, man.
General Sturdivant was the one that was relieved.
Yeah, that's right.
The attack on Bastion. I just found it.
Yeah.
There's actually two of them. So General Sturdivant and General Gerganis, both of them were asked to retire.
Gerganis. That's the one. Yeah,
Gerganis
I was thinking
I did.
Yeah, there were both of them got swept up in that.
No kidding. Dang.
I don't mean to be a turd, but I gotta log off, guys. I love you all of you.
What do you got? Go to work?
Love you, Mike.
Yeah, I gotta get up early in the morning. So
yeah, man. Love you, Mike. Take care, man.
Hey, you guys all take care. Krista.
Yes, sir.
Good to see you again.
Aaron. You too. We'll see you around.
All right.
Be safe.
Love you guys. Take care.
Good night.
All right, man. Love you.
Bye.
Good night. Bye, Mike.
Hey, for everybody out there that might possibly be listening at this point in time, you got to tell your friends you love them. It's important.
Yeah.
You got to let them know. Don't be too macho. You got to say, I love you. I know it's difficult to say, but you got to say it. It's important.
And check on the ones you don't hear from very often.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Check on.
Yeah. Because you never know what people are going through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why I drop in on you guys.
Thank you, Krista.
I dropped in on Aaron last month, didn't I, Aaron?
Somebody's got to let us know if we're crazy or not. So thank you.
Oh, we don't have to let you know if you're crazy. We let you know you are crazy. We just verify it, AJ. That's all.
That is true. That is true, and I do appreciate that. You know,
Hey, we all need validation, right?
Validation in our crazy. That's nice.
Enthusiasm.
I like that. I like it. Krista, you're going to have to come on more. Chris, you're more than welcome to join us when we do these things. We do them on Thursdays and
I'm always listening in. I mean, every time I've got a reminder set up, so now it pops up whenever you go online. I just jump in and listen.
Nice. Well, you're more than welcome. You jump in and you just lock us on, man. Lock us on. Because I'm spewing all kinds of bourbon-laced craziness, so it's all good.
Yeah, I probably need to be locked on more than you guys do. At least that's my wife's opinion. I don't know.
Chris, do you know Vic, or have you met Vic that's usually on here? Vic
I'm just in listening in.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And how we give him crap about his cigars?
Yep, all the time.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Chris, you should come on and be like, man, all the cigars you recommend are crap.
You see what he did in my face?
Yeah, you should come on and give him a hard time about his cigars, man. Tell him that he doesn't know what he's talking about or something.
Yeah.
One time a while back, we all got cigars once. We all got them. I got an old one that was like my son's from when he was born. It was like 28 years old.
It's a boy cigar.
All got different cigars, and somebody got a Swisher Sweet, and we all did like a I don't know, like just as like a cameo thing of all. Did a review on a cigar, and like, oh, this is a vintage 1997. It's got. Just made up stuff, and it was
what
stupid.
Was it Mark said? Because is that when he came out with the cat box, the litter box with the cat turd?
Yeah.
He dropped it in the turds.
Oh my God! Yeah,
it was crazy. We had fun that night. It was crazy.
And
Mark comes up with some crazy stuff.
Somebody else in the group, I think, that's down Knoxville area.
Jim Russell.
Yeah,
Jim. Yeah,
that's close to you, right?
Yeah.
How close is that to you?
It's 90 miles. That's actually where my son and my grandson and my son and his wife and my grandson are down that way.
Yeah, you're gonna have to hit him up for sure. Come in on Sunday, man.
There's a big. I live
Chris?
just outside of the Bristol, Kingsport, Johnson City area in East Tennessee.
Nice.
I don't live too far from the Virginia line.
Okay.
And Krista, you grew up in Tennessee, right?
I did. I retired. When I retired, I bought the house that I grew up here on the family farm, and that's where I'm living now.
And Krista, where did you grow up?
Me? Oh, I grew up in North Georgia, but my husband, he just went to Johnson City in Bristol. His sister passed away too. I didn't tell you all that. Yeah, we had 3 deaths in like 6 weeks. But his
6
sister,
weeks.
Yeah, it was a really tough time.
Krista, why didn't you reach out to us? I should reach out more. I apologize, Krista. I am a turd.
It's okay. No. But his sister lived in Johnson City and was buried in Bristol. Yeah. Okay. So right there. Okay. Yeah. That's on the line. Bristol's like it's Tennessee and Virginia, right?
Yeah. So Bristol, the state line of Virginia and Tennessee runs down Main Street of Bristol.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It goes down Main Street? Or you
goes down Main Street. They call it State Street is the actual name of Main Street over in Bristol. And the state line runs right down the center of it.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
And Bristol is the racetrack, right?
It is.
Yeah. It's like one of the shortest ones, right?
Yeah. So now that they've closed a lot of the short tracks, Bristol is the shortest track.
Oh, okay.
No kidding. But yeah, I can remember going over there when I was a kid, and they just had the front and back stretch grandstands. It was before they made it a fishbowl. And about halfway through the race, all the rednecks that were drunk, they'd be racing their coolers down the banks over in turn 4, and the crashes in turn 4 were better than what you were really seeing on the track. You just see bodies go rolling down the hill, and coolers going everywhere. It's great.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty entertaining.
I got a speeding ticket in Bristol once.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Well, it was on the Virginia side. So Virginia State got me right before I crossed into Tennessee. So I was coming into Bristol, basically.
If you'd have been 2 miles an hour faster, you'd have made it into the other state, and you'd been fine.
But here's the thing: I was following truckers that were, doing 80 miles an hour. So
yeah, but the truckers don't bring the money. You do.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, they do bring money.
Well, yeah, that's a good point. They do. They do for sure.
This area is really growing up, though. Johnson City's booming.
Yeah.
A lot of people are moving to this area.
It is a beautiful area, though.
Yeah. We have a really good VA here. Mountain Home VA facility in Johnson City is really, really fantastic.
Really?
I was a little bit apprehensive. Of course, when you retire, you hear the horror stories about the VA and everything. Yeah. I've had nothing but good experiences at the VA here. It's been great. So,
now, is it one of the major hubs for the VA up there?
So Mountain Home is a major hub here. So there's, the outlier clinics, kind of like what we talked about. When you can go to the clinics, there's some outlier clinics like that. And they've also built up a lot of the mental health services stuff too. So they have the mental health services type clinics where you can go in and get specific counseling, group counseling, things like that outside of the, the VA common grounds there in Johnson City. But yeah, the VA there has been fantastic.
That mental health thing is something that is, I struggle with mental health. I mean, you guys probably figured it out. I'm crazy. It's all good. Don't worry about it. But the mental health aspect, I think the VA has come quite a ways, at least from what I've seen. Because I've heard horror stories before I retired about the VA and mental health and all this other stuff. I've had nothing but great things to say about the mental health stuff that's happening over here in Fort Smith, Arkansas, to be specific, which is one of those smaller branches from Fayetteville, Arkansas, which is the main one.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of scary that I'm saying Arkansas is helping me, but
yeah, better than what OSU is going to do for you.
Well, that's a statement. Holy moly, man! OSU.
Chris is probably a Vols fan, right?
Oh yeah, it's camouflage, but it's up there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What do you think about Vitello going to the Giants?
I think who wouldn't if you had that opportunity and you had the type of success he's had? I mean, from what I've read, he's the first coach that's been hired into the major leagues with no major league coaching experience. So, it's
pretty cool.
It's a great opportunity for him, but at the same time, I mean, he's done a lot of great things for University of Tennessee baseball. So, you hope that the guy that they bring in behind him, it's just like anything else. You hope the guy that comes in next is just as passionate about it and tries to lead him the same exact way. So, in his own way. So we'll see how it works out.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like him.
Oh, random left swipe. When we left New Orleans and came back across, we stopped off at the USS Alabama, and it was a lifelong dream. My husband had always wanted to go, and we had the best time there in Mobile at the USS Alabama. Took the whole tour. We were the last ones that left the ship, literally in the park there. It was amazing. I loved it. And we read every little thing because I like to read everything, but it was the best time. All the planes there. I don't know if you guys have ever been over there. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. Amazing.
Yeah. And that's in where you said?
It's in Mobile.
Mobile.
It's the USS Alabama, and there's planes there, and like they had the flight of the intruder plane there. What was that? A6, and it was the model was the Sunday Punchers, the one my husband had built, and then the other plane, I don't know what it's called, the B-52, the Calamity Jane, all the missions she's flown, and then this other plane, I don't know what it's called. It's the fastest plane. Went from New York to London 1 hour, 55 minutes, 42 seconds. My husband was in heaven. We had the best time ever. So, but if you could go to see the USS Alabama, in Mobile, please go.
You
So
need to tell
sorry.
your husband he needs to actually walk in front of the camera and talk to us every now and again instead of just yelling from the side of the room. Because we know
Well,
he's there. We hear him. Like
bye, you know.
he's there. He just doesn't
Yeah.
want to
Well,
come on camera.
no, he was just feeding the animals and stuff. But we were talking about the ships earlier and stuff.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Alabama was
That's
great.
really cool. There's some great. There's the USS Batfish in Muskogee, Oklahoma, which is a submarine that they actually took up the. I want to say it's the Arkansas River, but I'm not 100% certain on that. But it now resides in Muskogee, Oklahoma. It's a museum. You can go in, you can take a tour, whatever. I remember as a kid, I bought one of those cool little Cracker Jack hats that the sailors wore. You know what I'm talking about? The little, what do you call those things? I don't remember.
No, the sailor hat?
Yeah.
I don't know what they call it either. I don't remember.
Oh, man, I can't think of it. Anyways,
We
the
used to
little
fly
round
them
hat. You know what I'm talking about?
We used to
That
fly
the
them laying
enlisted wear?
around the schoolhouse. Somebody leave them laying, and we'd iron an Eagle Globe and Anchor on the front of them, and we'd wear them around during field day.
Now that's good. Holy cow, that's good.
I like that.
Now, back when you had to iron on EGA, so you just iron it on the front of it,
yeah.
and you wore it around on field days. Kind of fun.
That's awesome. Now, what we used to do, because we had the Army, the Navy, and the Marines all in one schoolhouse, so we would take the Army's covers and the Navy's covers, and we had a what was it, like a machine or whatever that had the chips and stuff like that, but you open it up and reach in and grab it. You know what I'm talking about? So they would we would take their covers, we would buy some chips and replace it with the cover, close it, and then they would have to purchase their cover. So we did that at our schoolhouse. That was a lot of fun.
There's all the things we used to do for amusement back in the day.
Yeah. You know, back before we had all this whizzy go fast, crazy social media crap.
Yeah, there were no cell phones for proof.
Thank God we didn't have it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have made it past the rank of Lance Corporal.
That's what I'm saying.
I was in enough trouble without him. I didn't.
I know. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
We had to mow grass and clean the gutters and milk cows. And,
All right. How many of you actually buffed the floors? Because that was a blast. Yeah. I love doing that. You ride the buffer machine. That was a good time. It was like what they call
races.
It?
Buffer races.
Yeah, buffer races or buffer rodeo. That was a good time.
Yeah,
AJ, it's
floors that ever look good. I'll be honest with you.
At the school, okay, Crounce and I, we were up on the upper decks there at Shields Hall. We didn't know that the buffers had those wheels that you flipped up, right?
Mhm.
So you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, you can laugh, Aaron. But so the first 3 months we're sitting there buffing our wheels, and we always know that there's these lines, these streaks. So we get the pledge and we wipe it. So Angie Adamak comes back at Christmas time after she has her baby. And I don't remember if you remember the rooms at the School of Music, but there's those big full-length mirrors on the back of the doors, right? In your room. So she comes back after Christmas. She sees us doing it. She's laying in her rack that night, and she goes, there's wheels, right? She whips up the wheels and turns them up. And I'm like, oh, fuck, that's awesome. So Krause is standing over there by the door. I put my hand on that lever and I pull it, and it goes flying across the wall, around the floor like 100 miles an hour, hits the door, shatters the mirror in 1,000 pieces. And then here comes Sergeant Brown running up. She became Warrant Officer Brown later, running up the stairs. And I'm like, they're like, what did you do, Jones? And I'm like, I didn't know, but yeah, it was wheels on the buffers. So yeah, you got to flip them up. Yeah, I was always causing trouble. And Crowns is like, so I don't know how y'all had races on those things, but I guess I just wasn't expecting it to go flying like that because we had to manhandle it because the wheels were down all that time. So yeah.
That's awesome. Now, this is very morbid, and I apologize for this, but I remember, and it was always a story. I never saw it happen, so it probably never did. However, I always remember somebody saying that somebody wrapped the cord around their neck, jumped out of the third deck window, but because the cord was so long, they landed at the bottom and didn't hang themselves. I know that's morbid. I'm sorry, but that
It
is one
wasn't
of the
their
stories
time.
that I was always told.
Can't
They
fix
did have some
stupid.
long cords, so
They did have long cords.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Well, shoot, I've had a
It's that
blast tonight. So thank you guys.
Yeah, it's been a pretty
You're
awesome conversation. I was enjoying it. I was just sitting in a recliner downstairs listening to it. It was a good time.
Yeah,
Oh, I was going to tell Chris. I worked with he's retired back in 2018. Master Guns. Dave. Oh man, his name just drew a blank. Matson. Dave Matson. He lives out there in East Tennessee, somewhere near you out there near Johnson City.
Yeah, there's a big Facebook group, East Tennessee Marines here, and
Okay.
I've noticed there's a big following, and they advertise a lot of events down around Knoxville. The 250th, they're doing a big event down for the 250th down in Knoxville. But yeah, there's a pretty good community of Marines up this way. I was telling AJ, he mentioned it earlier, but Mike Gardner, he retired from he was the drum major for the Drum and Bugle Corps.
Okay.
He retired. He went to high school with my dad, and when he retired, he came back here.
Yeah.
Signed on as an ROTC senior enlisted instructor there, and the program took off with him, and then it's just continued to be successful. But yeah, he's done a lot of great things for the community here. So yeah,
you're still working on him though, right? You're going to get him on the podcast.
I'm gonna reach out to Mike. So Mike is actually he's not difficult to find online. Actually, he for the ROTC teams where they do their marksmanship competitions, they do them with the air rifles.
Yeah.
And Mike actually has a company that does repairs for those air rifles.
No
and
kidding.
He's online. He's done it. He does it. He does it from time to time now, but I think his son runs the company now.
Wow.
But yeah, it'd be easy to get in touch with Mike. He's here local.
Yeah. I definitely want to hear his story. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I'm sure that he would. I'll reach out to him this week, AJ, and see if I can't get him linked up with you. I'll give him your number. That way he can reach out to you.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Sure. I'd like to hear his story because I don't even know all of it. I just know, his experience there at the end.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's the great thing about this, man. Like we get to come on here and just talk about shenanigans.
Yeah.
And it's shenanigans that people need to hear, in my opinions.
Yeah.
Shenanigans is important.
Yeah, I think it helps fill the void, right? Like when you step away from it, you miss that piece, like, picking at your friends and doing those kind of things. You don't get to do it on a day to day. So something like this, just listening to the banner to me is funny. Like I've never met any of you, but I can sit around and listen to the banner go back and forth and still get a good laugh out of it. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm sure without me here, no one has mentioned the fact that AJ still might not have an awning on his camper. I mean, I don't
Oh my God! Wow,
man.
we went way back.
There's gotta be a story here.
There's the reason that you haven't been on here, and I think the awning is the reason. I think that is the catalyst right there. Daggum awning, man.
Hey, AJ.
Yeah,
I would have went with, hey, I have a house now, so the camper's getting fixed.
Don't need an awning,
Oh yeah. Hey, the camper's getting fixed. Okay?
Yeah, there we go.
You need
Oh, you're getting an awning. Yeah, he first got his RV. It was going off literally like the day he bought the RV, the first place, and he drove off and had the awning out and ripped it off.
Hey, it was not the day I bought it. We had stayed in one place
What?
after I bought it for several months, and then I decided to leave and rip the awning off. So,
And he took the awning and he threw it in the trash can. He
That's
left
probably
it.
what I would have done too.
He didn't
Hold
even
on,
take it
buddy.
with him.
it
So
did
left
take
it on
me
a
like
picnic.
3 hours to get the stupid awning off the RV before we could leave.
Wow.
I think you did create a checklist after that, right?
I did actually. Yeah, there was definitely a checklist. Funny enough, though, awning was not on the checklist, you know.
Oh, imagine that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was already gone. You didn't need it to be on the checklist.
That's so messed up.
Dang.
Man.
Hey,
Well,
we have
Krista
to
swore.
keep it.
Krista swore she'd never let you live that one down.
That is true.
Yeah.
Good job, Krista. You're
No
keeping
problem.
up.
My pleasure. Happy to help. Just happy to be here, letting the general know it's 16:30, sir. You know, hey.
Wow. Shoot. Well, hey,
Happy to
thanks for joining us tonight. You guys rock. I truly appreciate it. I don't know. I had a good time. Hopefully everybody out there had a good time. I don't know if people are still listening or not.
Yeah.
Hey, my TikTok
Yeah.
says, great job. You've gone live for 90 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Don't forget to take a break. So we're going to have to take a break because TikTok said so. I don't know.
Oh,
This
ticky-tacky.
TikTok thing is crazy to me, but it's cool. I get a lot of interaction. That's how I met Chris off of TikTok, right?
Yeah. Just happened to come across it. just popped up.
You were like, who's this idiot? And you
No,
click on
actually,
it.
I was looking in the background. I was like, man, this guy's got some pretty cool swag. I wonder what his story is.
There's a reason I have my swag.
Well, I've told you, I've told you, I haven't hung it. My stuff is still.
I know,
in
man.
boxes or over here. Or I've
Yeah,
got a couple
you gotta
things hanging up behind me, but I need to hang some of my stuff up.
Yeah, man. You got to hang up your swag,
Then-
you know.
Then he listened to a show and said, "These are my kind of idiots."
I relate to this. This is good.
It's just nice. Like I said before, it's just nice to listen to to the banner going back and forth, and you guys actually talk about some relevant stuff. It's not you're not talking about things that the young kids wouldn't relate to if they were to come across it. So.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Chris, man. You rock. I don't care what these others say about you.
Yeah.
I think you're awesome, and I appreciate you, man.
No, it's pretty cool.
Aaron and Krista, I don't know. They got their own thing going there. So, but no, seriously, thank you guys for coming on and doing this. Truly appreciate it. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. You guys don't have to take off if you don't want to. We can talk after. But to all the listeners out there, if you're struggling, need help, anything like that, don't forget the VA has some great resources. You can always dial 988, press option 1. You can always text 838-255, or you can go to veteranscrisisline.net, click on the chat icon. Any of those options will put you in contact with somebody that can help you out. But remember, one veteran life loss is one too many. I care about you. I know all these guys here care about you. So please reach out for help. And if you're out there, you're not struggling, reach out to the buddies you served with. Ask them how they're doing. If they need that helping hand, please give it to them. All right, guys, one last time. Thank you. I truly appreciate you guys coming on here. I had a blast tonight. To all the listeners out there, stay motivated. Change your socks.
No more 22. Honor the journey and finish the fight.